Hi guys, welcome back to the second part of this video. So if you're just joining us, this is the part 2 of this video. Check the link on the comment section or the description box. The link to part 1 of this video will be there. So today I'm going to share with us step by step on how we are going to put this whole piece together to achieve this final look. So guys, thank you so much for your support. Let's get into it. Guys, we'll be starting with the upper piece. Okay, so if you're just joining us, this is the second part of this video. Okay, so we actually cut out and style on the part 1 of this video, so I will include the link on the description box. I'm gone ahead to actually cut out my lining for the upper part. So like I said on the part 1 of this video, I'm actually lining only the upper parts. Okay, so I'm not lining the down, it's just the upper part I'm going to line. So this is my center front. So I'm going to get my side front, and then I'm going to join it right side facing the right side. Okay, so align it at the top and pin down, then align it at the down and pin down, and then arrange whatever you have left within. Okay, so you're also going to do the same thing to this side of it. Okay guys, so this is it. So what you're going to do now, you're going to go over to your machine, you're going to join by 1/2 inch, and then you're also going to come over here, you're going to join by 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So do the same thing with your lining. Okay, so do the same thing with your lining, join by 1/2 inch, and then join on the other side by 1/2 inch. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is the main piece, and then this is my lining. So I already joined by 1/2 inch, so I'm going to set it aside, and then I'll bring in the back piece. So what we are going to do with the back, you're also going to bring in your side back. Okay, so bring in your side back, and then bring in your center back. Then remember, this is our zipper side. So remember, this is our zipper side, and then this is the side we are going to join with. So all you need to do is to bring them together and then join it together, right side facing the right side, and then pin down. Okay, so you're going to join with 1/2 inch. Okay, so you're going to go over to your machine, you're going to join by 1/2 inch. Okay, so we'll do the same thing with this. Okay, so bring it together, then join it right side facing the right side. Guys, this is it. So what you're going to do, join by 1/2 inch, come over here, then join by 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'll go over to my machine and do that, and then I'll bring it back. Okay, so you're also going to do the same thing with your lining. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, what you're going to do next, you're going to bring in your yoke. Okay, so I'm going to remove my pattern. Okay guys, so this is it. So we actually have 4 pieces here. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'm going to pin them down. So you're also going to pin this down. So what you're going to do next, you're going to get your ribbon. So you're going to get your ribbon. So depend on the length you want. This is 24 inches. So it actually depends. You can use whatever length you want. Depends on what you want. So what I'm using here is 24. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to place it here at the center. Then I'm going to pin it down. So I'm going to do the same thing to this other side. So I'm also going to put it in between. and then I'll pin it down. Okay, so what you're going to do now, you are going to go over to your machine. Okay, and then you are going to join at this point by ½ inch, join at this point by ½ inch, then join at this point by ½ inch, then also come over here, join by ½ inch, and then join by ½ inch. Okay, don't sew the neckline yet, don't sew the shoulder yet. Okay, so just sew this point and this point, don't sew the neckline yet. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, then I'm going to bring this in. So just like we did before, what you're going to do, also going to pin this down. So this is it. So you are going to bring in your loop. So guys, I'm supposed to be using black, but I don't have black now, so I'm just going to make use of what I have. Remember, I added ½ inch allowance, so you're going to pin it exactly that ½ inch. Make sure this side is inwards. Okay, so what you are going to do now is to join by ½ inch, join by ½ inch, join by ½ inch, and then join by ½ inch. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring both pieces back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is it for the back, and then this is it for the front. Okay, so I already sewn and then I turn and iron. Okay, so this is it for the front. Okay, this is what the front will look like. Okay, so what we are going to do now, you are going to go over to your machine, then you are going to top stitch. Okay, so top stitch on the neckline, shoulder, armhole down. Do the same thing with this. Come over here, also top stitch here, and then here. Okay, so this is actually to hold them together. Okay, so I'll go over to my machine and do that, and then I'll bring them back. So guys, this is it. Okay, so I already top stitch and iron. Okay, so I already top stitch and iron. So this is it for the back, and then this is it for the front. So this is it for the front, but that is it for the back. You're going to bring in your front and back piece. So bring in your front and back piece. Okay, so what we are going to do, so first of all, you're going to bring in your front, your back piece. So bring in your back piece. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to match this together. So you're also going to do the same thing with this. Right side facing the right side. And then this is what it will look like. Okay, so all you need to do is to bring in your lining. Okay, so bring in your lining, right side facing the right side. Then you're going to pin down. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so what you're going to do now, you're going to go over to your machine. You're going to join by ½ inch at the top. You can join at the top by ½ inch, and then join at the top by ½ inch. Okay, so when you're done joining, you're going to come over to the armhole. Remember, I added ½ inch as an allowance. So when you come over here, just join by 0.1. Okay, and then join at this point by 0.1. Do the same thing here, join by 0.1. And then come over here, do the same thing here, 0.1. Over here, 0.1, 0.1. Okay, so that will not actually so that our allowance that we added for sewing will not reduce. So just use only 0.1 to join at both end and then on the armhole. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it after joining. This is the back. Okay, so this is the back, and then this is the front. Okay, so guys, I really did not add cup or wording to mine. So if you feel like, you can actually add. So it's a matter of choice. I really don't have cup, but if you feel like, you can actually add. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, let me set the back aside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the front. Okay, so what you're going to do, just take your yoke. You're going to place it like this. Remember, this is the armhole. So you're going to pin it down. So you're also going to take this other side. Then you're also going to align it. Then pin it down. So guys, so this is what it will look like. Okay, so what you are going to do now, you are going to go over to your machine. Okay, so you're going to go over to your machine. You are going to top stitch at the side and then top stitch at the armhole. Okay, so top stitch at the armhole, top stitch at the armhole like this to the end, and then top stitch at the side. So do the same thing, top stitch at the armhole and then top stitch at the side. So I'll go ahead and do that and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after top stitching. Okay, so this is it after top stitching. Okay, so this is it. So what we are going to do now, we are going to set it aside. So I just top stitch like this, just like I showed us. Okay, so we are going to set it aside. So we are going to bring the front piece, the down part. Okay, so as you can see, I already sewed off my dart. So I already sewed off my dart. So what I'm going to do, remember this other side will cut out doll face and net. Okay, so if you are doing what I'm doing, if you're using the same material just like I'm using mine, so what you're going to do, if you know you can actually like join together like this, go ahead and join. But if you cannot, all you need to do is to first of all top stitch like this, then top stitch like this, top stitch like this, and then top stitch at the down, top stitch at this side, and then also top stitch at the down. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to actually join. But if you know you can actually join without top stitching, is fine. So all you need to do is to come over here. Okay, so just merge it together. Okay, and then pin down. Then from that point take it to the side. Okay, so just align it together and then pin it to the end. Then you're also going to bring it to this side. Then also pin it down. Okay, so this is it. So after pinning, all you need to do is to join by 1/2 inch. Okay, remember we added 1/2 inch as our allowance, so join by 1/2 inch like this, like this, like this. Okay, so I will go over to my machine and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is it after sewing. Okay, so what you are going to do now, you are going to bring in your upper piece, bring in your front piece. Okay, so this is it. So all you need to do now is to place it right side facing the right side. Okay, so place it right side facing the right side and then pin down. So guys, so this is it. So all you need to do is to join by 1/2 inch. Okay, so just join by 1/2 inch on the waistline. Okay, so this is it. So when you're done joining, this is what you'll be having. Okay, so this is it. So just join on the waistline by 1/2 inch. So I'm going to set it aside. I'm also going to bring in my back piece. Okay, so I already also sewed off my dart for the down part. Okay, so as you can see, I already sewed off my darts also. Okay, so all you need to do is to place it right side facing the right side and then pin down. Okay, so what you are also going to do with the back, join by 1/2 inch and then come over here, join by 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'll go over to my machine, I'll do that and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is the front after sewing, and then this is the back piece. So what we are going to do now, we are going to join it shoulder to shoulder. Okay, so right side facing the right side. We're going to join it shoulder to shoulder. So you're also going to come over the side. Then you're also going to pin down. So you're also going to do the same thing here. Right side facing the right side. Then you're going to join. So pin it all the way down. So all you need to do now is to join it at the shoulder by 1/2 inch. Okay, so remember this is the shoulder and then this is the neckline. So join it at the shoulder by 1/2 inch. Come over here, join it by 1/2 inch. Then at the side, whatever inches you added as your allowance, go ahead and then join it. So I added 1 inch, so I'm going to join by 1 inch. So I will also do the same thing to this. I will also go ahead and then join by 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and do that and then I'll bring it back. This is it after sewing. We are going to come over here. Okay, so this particular one at the top here, we are going to bring it very close to the seam used in joining at the side front. Okay, so you're going to bring it close like this and then you're going to pin down. Then you're also going to come over here. You're going to pick it like this and then bring it very close also and then pin down. You can actually exceed it. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to go over to your machine and then you're going to stitch. Okay, so you're just going to stitch here to hold it together, then stitch it like this to hold it together. So hope this is clear. So just like you are holding it together, just hold it together like this, stitch small and then stitch small. Okay, so this is it for that part. So for the neckline, what we are going to do, I actually cut out a strap. So the strap you are going to cut out will depend on your neckline. Okay, so that will determine the length you are going to cut out. So this is what I have. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew this on the right side. Okay, so I'm just going to sew on the right side. So watch what I'm going to do with it. And then pleat. Okay, so just pin and pleat a little. Okay, so just come over here also, pin down, and then pleat whatever you have left. So this is what you'll be having when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm also going to do the same thing here. I'm also going to pleat. Okay guys, so this is it. So what you're going to do now, you're going to go over to your machine and join. Okay, so go over to your machine and then join. So I'll go ahead and do that and then I'll bring it back. Okay, so go over to your machine and then join. So I'll go ahead and do that and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it after sewing. So I already top stitch. Okay, so this is the neckline like I said. So I already actually stitch, so I stitch it at the right side. So what you're going to do, you know this is organdy, so what you are going to do now, you are going to push this in. Okay, so the allowance of the organdy, you are going to push it in and then you are going to top stitch this on it. Okay, just like we are using this to actually close the organdy. Okay, so that it will not make you so that it will make the neckline uncomfortable for you. Okay, so just like this. So go over to my machine and top stitch, as you can see. So just cover the organdy. This is my organdy lining, so I'm going to push it inward and then I'm going to go ahead and then top stitch it like this. Okay, so hope this is clear. Remember, this is the right side, then this is the wrong side. So like I said, just push your organdy in and then top stitch very close to the seam that you stitch with. Okay, so you can actually choose to trim. You can choose to trim it off a little before top stitching. Okay, so that it will relax. So I'll go ahead and do that for both sides and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it for the neckline. Okay, so as you can see, so I already pushed that our organdy allowance in and then I top stitch. Okay, so I also did the same thing here. So this is it for the neck. So you can actually tie it however you want. Okay, so for the back, all you need to do is to add your button for the back and then add your zip. Okay, so this is it for this. So we are going to cut out the sleeve. So I'm going to be using organdy also to cut out the sleeve. So you'll be needing basic sleeve. Okay, so let me measure the length I have here. Needing basic sleeve. Okay, so what I have here is 13.5 inches. Okay, so it's actually, it depends on you, it depends on what you want. Okay, so at this point it's actually your choice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this up, then I'm going to take the measurement of the width I have. Okay, so this is 31 inches. So what I have here is 31 inches. So what I have is 31 inches. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to split this into two. Okay, because I want to cut out both sleeves at a go. So I'm just going to place this here. So I'm going to place this at this edge. So I'm going to pin it down. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this to the edge also. So guys, so this is it. So what you're going to do now, so I'm just going to find the midpoint of these two. Okay, so this is it. So I'm just going to fold it into two. Okay, so I'm just trying to look for the midpoint. Then I'm going to take it up straight. Okay, so hope this is not confusing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, from that point, I'm just going to take it down like this. Okay, so guys, so hope what I'm doing is not confusing. So just take the measurement of this distance, okay, so that you know your midpoint, and then from there just connect it down to this side and then connect this other side to this side. So this is it. So I'm going to go ahead and then cut out. Okay, so hope this is not confusing. So this is my front side. So I'm going to label this so that I can face it accurately, and then this is the back. I'm going to do the same thing to the down part. What you're going to do now, also mark here, okay, so do the same thing, mark it here and then mark it here. What you're going to do, you're going to run your gathers from this point to this point and then stop. Then do the same thing to the other side of the sleeve, run your gathers from this point to that point. So I will do that and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it. Okay, so this is it after plating. Okay, so this is it. So what you're going to do, you're going to mark out about 5 inches. So mark out about 5 inches like this. So all you need to do is to cut out elastic. Okay, so cut out elastic. So all you need to do is to cut out elastic and then pass it through this point, pass it around this point. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, after sewing my elastic around, I went ahead to join it by 1 inch at the side, as you can see. So what we are going to do now is to just go ahead and then fix it on your sleeve. Okay, so all you need to do is to fix it. Okay, so as our normal way of fixing sleeves, so just check for the midpoint or the center, then just pin it round. Okay, so all you need to do is to sew by 1/2 inch round. Okay, so this is it. So just sew by 1/2 inch round and then do the same thing to this other sleeve. So this is it for this tutorial. Just join your sleeve and then join this other side to this side and then fix your zip. So this is the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.